Okay. We're live. Hi, everybody. How you doing? Uncle Bruce here for the final, about 45 minutes before we close for the day. Thought I'd hang around with you, see what things look like here going into the final 45. We're up 187 on the Dow. If the Dow can break up to 250 or more, that'll be the high of the day since the opening, because we've recovered a lot of the losses, but we've been meandering in this 160 to 220 range, positive, I'll say, for the last few hours. SoFi, 1398 right now. If it could break 1410, that would be the high of the day since the opening. 1399 right now, down 38 cents. The low on SoFi is 1342. So we've come back 56 cents so far. More than half the losses have already been clawed back on SoFi. It just needs to break through 14 and get some momentum. The question is, will the market give it to it in the last 40 minutes or so? Is there a positive close on this Dow market? I don't know. ASTS is 2621, down 236 on this session. Rocket Lab, 2004 at the moment, down 245. The low of the day on Rocket Lab is 1978, and that was this morning, very early this morning. Now, we've seen as good as, I would guess, about 2063 or so, and we're at 2010. So if the stock has any kind of a rally in it and can go through 2060, that would be its best trade since the opening drop-off. But don't know. 25 million have traded, very active. We're all watching. The stock is completely capable of going up $1 in the next 30 minutes. Completely capable. The question, will it? And even then, is that, what do we do tomorrow morning? GameStop, 2441. This is another one that is attempting to come back from its drop-off. The low was 2383. We're now up about 60 cents, almost 60 cents from the low. Still down 59. So about halfway back. 5.7 million volume. And we'll see what's going on again with that. SoFi right now is at 14. It's trying to now break through 14. The Dow is up 190 now. S&P down 17. NASDAQ down 202. Oil, by the way, $69.03, down $1.67. That is the story at the moment. Watching the last little bit of activity in the last 35, 40 minutes. We'll see if there's any kind of a dip buying mentality in the last half hour of the day because of the consecutive days of losses we've suffered. This is not a terrible day. This is not a crushing down day. It's a mixed market. The Dow up 190, the other two, well, S&P down a third of a point barely, and 1% on NASDAQ. So our market participants kind of thinking, well, maybe we've kind of hit the bottom for a few days. This might be a good spot to take a position. On crypto, I note that Bitcoin is down $6,183 at 87,798, down 6.5%. But all of crypto's quotes, I'm looking at Ethereum, XRP, Solana, Dogecoin, and Cardano. All of those were either 8 to 10% lower this morning at the beginning of the day. Now they're all 4 to 6% lower on the session, not 8 to 10%. So they've all somewhat improved in the last couple of hours. Now the question is here, okay, will this continue, or is this a little rally? I note right now the Dow's up 215, so it is beginning to show a better level. Let's see, 43,677. We were at 694 earlier today, 694. So another 20 points from here, and it'll be the best level since the opening for the Dow. Technically, this is good. It's sort of telling me that there's buying coming into the market. I think we just broke that level. I think we have a little rally going on that might have some legs, but again, we'll see. 1405 on SoFi, up a nickel above the 14 level, so that's best level now since this morning. And Rocket Lab at 2025 now, so that's popped up a tiny bit more. 24.47 now on GameStop, down 53 cents. AI, by the way, got down today to 25.18. It's now 26.59. It's only down 29 cents on the session. AI right now is at the highest level since the opening this morning, and it's trying to come out of that funk. So we may have a couple of green shoots popping up if this continues. We'll see. We're up 225 on the Dow, 230 on the Dow, down 13 on S&P. That's definitely making a move up. And NASDAQ now down 189. So there's a bit of movement here to the upside, or not as bad as. NVIDIA down 165. Tesla still down 28, was down over 30 today. Spider's only down 149. Qs are down 490. Palantir down 336. MicroStrategy still down $28, but it got down to 243. It's now 254. It's come back $11 in the last hour to be down to 28. So it was down almost $40. Now it's down 28 and coming on, maybe because crypto and others are improving. Costco holding a $15 gain, but up all day. Coinbase is rallying a little bit. It got down this morning to 205. It's now at 213.40. And it's trying to come back. $13 loss still on Coinbase, but it is moving up along with MicroStrategy at the moment. What else do I see here? Google down only 287. Apple is green, up 105. Microsoft down $5. Other big stocks, Facebook, Meta down 690 at 661 after touching 641. Facebook has recovered $20 from its low of the day. Okay, and it is now pushing its highest level since the first thing this morning on the opening. Down at the moment, $7 on Meta, Facebook. Technically, we got some rallying going on. The Dow is now up 283, and S&P is only down 6.5 points. We are definitely moving up. Amazon is only down 20 cents. It's coming on fast. Uber down 147 and moving higher. Adobe up 20. Cisco Systems up 113 and climbing. Enphase is climbing up 45 cents and going higher. Spire back to 1161. Actually, it's up 47 cents. Pfizer up a dime and climbing. Home Depot holding a 1275 gain. So markets in general are improving here. Still losses a lot, but now green shoots showing up. 288 point gain, 296 point gain on the Dow. The Dow now is up 2/3 of a point. We're down 5 points on S&P. We're down 160 on NASDAQ. Oil down 160 a barrel. So the markets are definitely improving. SoFi now at 1407, down 29 cents. Now we're looking at Rocket Lab at 2064. Just took a shot, down 185 on Rocket Lab on the session. We just went from about 2004 to 2064 in 10 minutes. So Rocket Lab is definitely moving higher. GameStop now 2462. That just moved in the last hour from 2416 to 2462. This is the best level since the opening. We're still down 38 cents on the session, but we see the break-even line just ahead. 303 gain on the Dow, 4.4 point loss on S&P, NASDAQ down 158. The biggest losers on the Dow have been Walmart, Home Depot, but we're not down 236 anymore. I got to correct myself. This is why the market is up. Walmart is up, Home Depot is up. That's why the Dow is up. Okay. It's now up about 300 points. SoFi 1409, Rocket Lab 2066, and GameStop is 2463. All three higher from about 10 minutes ago. AI is only down 8 cents. AI at 2680, about to go green at the moment. Welcome to the afternoon, this afternoon show. Thank you for joining me, Hector. Good afternoon. Mirko from Deutschland, how you doing? The man, good afternoon. I like these final hour trading videos. Tom, hello, hola. Angel Flores, welcome. Hi, everybody. Jared is here. Hello from Cincinnati, Georgia, I guess, or GA. or what's going on. Good afternoon from Cincinnati. Okay, Cincinnati, Ohio. Snowboarder, Uncle Bruce doing a throwback to the afternoon show. The man, everything is in a free fall, and it's all Trump's fault. Robert, good afternoon, Uncle Bruce and Auntie Jen and everyone else at Stock Markets with Bruce. Robert is in the house showing number 9 thumbs up. Boeing Tigers here. Mark C., the man. Keep going down, GameStop. I want to buy back my $30 covered calls for penny. Lukey, want to buy from pennies. Luca, I either have the worst timing setting up credit spreads, or I don't know, not even 20% away from the price seems to help. Stanley Outdoors, good afternoon. A deep value options is present. Brian, he's back. He's worried for our health and well-being. I'm also worried for my portfolio. Ha ha. We're now at 1408 on SoFi, 2068 on Rocket Lab, moving up again. 1409 on SoFi, by the way. GameStop 2463. All of these are running. AI down 11 cents. Improving. Rocket Lab up. ASTS slowly coming back. It's still down 211, but up a little bit from the low. The S&P is just around a 6-point loss. NASDAQ at 160. This is where we are right at the moment. Richard Carlin is here. Robert, thank you, everybody. Brian, GameStop moving up. Brian, Power Hour. Let's go. Juan is here. Good afternoon. Savage of Wall Street. Howdy, folks. My 22 GameStop. Jan 26 cash secured put triggered at $5. Keith, Just Truth. Good afternoon, Bruce, the man. Just want to soothe people's worries. Don't worry. The S&P hit an all-time high in January, so a little downtrend is okay. Leave them nothing, says Juan. Savage. Mirko, sold around 50 GameStop covered calls, 30 and 31s, April 17 in Jan 6. Let's see, 57 bought back, 40 of them today, around 140 to 150. So he got around $6.50 to $7. And he's been buying them back at 140 to 150. Probably wait a few days to sell new. You might want to say always be writing, right? Louis, good afternoon, everybody. Mr. Premium, the option stinker triggered on Tesla, sold a cover call 3 months ago for $261.50 and just bought it back for $158. Giddy up. Arturo, hi, everybody. All in, Kim, howdy, y'all. Savage of Wall Street, I hope folks have been taking advantage of these last few days and selling cash secured puts, as well as buying back covered calls and reselling down a few strike zones and 4 to 10 months out. MN, Bruce, know about ASTS, and I don't know what this means. Anyway, where are we at now? The Dow up 274. SoFi at 1408, down 28 cents. ASTS is now down 220 at 2637. Rocket Lab down 185 at 2064. GameStop at 2460, down 40 cents. AI down 17. Supermicro down 419. I'm getting the impression, or I think what's happening to Supermicro is after the bell, they'll release their financials. They got to release them today. I'm just in the dock here. NVIDIA down 142. That's all. And coming on. Tesla still down 28. The Spiders, SPY, the ETF down 111. Qs are down 469. Palantir down 286. MicroStrategy now down 26.40, not 28. Back to $256 a share after hitting 243. That's a $13 recovery on MSTR in the last hour. Costco holding almost a $16 gain. Coinbase down $12, but coming on back to $215 after being as low as $205. That's a $10 recovery so far. Waiting to see now with 30 minutes to go what the last 30 minutes will do. We have had a little rally here, a little dip buying to get to these levels. 250 gain on the Dow, approximately a 12-point loss on S&P, 185-point loss on NASDAQ. Far better than the lows of the day. Will there now be a second closing rally? Is that building towards the next 15, 20 minutes? We'll see. There are some deals out there, but it's all relative. We'll see how this plays itself out. Google down 304, Apple up 60, Microsoft down $5, Meta down $8, Amazon off just 21 cents at the moment. Adobe up 23, Cisco up $1.12, Unity down 139, improving. Enphase is up 44. Moderna down 18 cents. Pfizer is up 14. IBM still $1.24 to the downside. HBQ still off 39 cents. Home Depot holding $12 gain. Goldman down 879. It got down to 606 today. It's back to $617. Doesn't sound like much, but that's an $11 rally, and we're still down 8. So that's more than half the losses recovered already on Goldman during the day. Boeing it down 156. It got down to 176.35. It's 178.30. Also partial recovery there. Target up 118. JP Morgan still down 270. Got down to 253 today. It's now 258. So about a $5 comeback on JP Morgan, leaving it lower by 270. Very good. Walmart up 350, holding all day. Disney down just 45 cents. American Airlines only off 16 cents. DraftKings down $1.80, holding around 42.30. AMC down 12 cents. Royal Caribbean actually has come back to a gain of $1. It was down to $230. It's now $238. $8 turnaround on Royal Caribbean. There's a sign. Again, money coming into the market at these lows earlier today and all afternoon. And here we are now at 3:31 Eastern time with about a 220-point gain for the Dow, half a percentage point, 15-point loss on S&P, and a 197-point loss on NASDAQ. Both of those have improved. The question is, will there be another rally between now and 28 minutes from now to close out the session with a slight loss or even some gains? We'll find out. The VIX is only up 35 cents to 1933. It's improving, actually. It was over 2021. It's now only at 1930. Oil still down to 69.14 a barrel, down $1.56. It's the lowest level of the year right now. Welcome to the party, everybody. How you doing, option writers? Let's go, baby. Okay, let's see if I've got everybody caught up here. Let's go. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. Kent's mom in Dallas, heading to South Carolina for a tournament. Boarding shortly. Had some extra cash loaded up. I loaded up on cash secured puts this morning. Well done. All in, Kim. LFG means let's, go. Kent's mom says, let's go. Kent's mom got lots of cash now. Way to go. Snowboarder for life. SoFi over 14.05. Susan Shops. Hi, everybody. Number 41 on the afternoon thumbs up show here. Brian, Uncle Bruce, there was a Ryan Cohen tweet saying letter received. Some asset management company telling him to buy BTC. I think RC is trolling them. RC doesn't telegraph his moves either. Telling him to buy Bitcoin. Interesting. The end zone. I wish I'd waited to sell my SoFi $20 Jan 26 puts. What do we got? Savage at Wall Street. A riot tanked a bit, and I was able to sell 5 $8 cash secured puts for April 17th for 80 cents. Thank you for the $400, gamblers. Now I'll use this premium to pay for some prescription glasses I need to get. How about that? Hostergaard, hi, Uncle Bruce. Bedtime stock market stories with Uncle Bruce for us here in Scandinavia. Right on. Savage at Wall Street. Let's freaking go. The end zone, SMCI strangles. Savage at Wall Street. I got strangles on almost all my holdings, laughing out loud. The man, when are GameStop's next earnings expected? Not long from now. I think it's coming up March, but I can't tell you the date. We're at 24.54 on GameStop, down 47 cents. Low of the day, 23.83. That was this morning at, I don't know what time, about, about 10, a couple hours into the session, I guess. But we've come back quite a ways at 24.54 or so. The Dow now up 232. NASDAQ is now 193 lower. S&P down 14.5 lower. There might be another rally in the mix here. We'll see if this takes hold or not. Rocket Lab is sitting around 2062 at the moment, down 187. And we've got Hostergaard. I think I will buy back my Jan 26 cover calls, 25 strike for Rocket Lab. They earn me 40%. Nice. James and Misty Tree, good day, eh? Man, Savage of Wall Street, what is a strangle again? Matt, GameStop earnings are the end of March. Okay, the end of March. then we'll know what's going on. Yeah, for some of you buying back covered calls today, you pick them off here, fold your arms, let the stock close overnight. Let's see what happens with the market tomorrow morning. We get a bump in the market in the first 2 hours tomorrow. You might write calls yet again at higher levels that you just bought back today. That's a nice play too. This is why writing cash secured puts is a darn good idea as well. There you go. 215 gain on the Dow at the moment. 17-point loss on S&P, 205-point loss on NASDAQ as we're watching this market come in now to the final 24 minutes of our session. 1403 on SoFi now. ASTS down 215 at 2642. Rocket Lab 2051. GameStop 2452. AI down 12 cents at 2676 right now. All right, 25th of March, Bruce, Savage Wall Street. That is when GameStop comes out with their earnings. 25th of March. Okay. Good afternoon from Flint Creek. Ostergaard. Hey, as long as I ignore my SoFi puts, I wrote a bit back. It's okay. Savage, Uncle Bruce, can you please explain the strangle strategy to these guys? Too much to write. I don't have time either. Strangles. Too much. I'm watching too much here. Hang on. Strangles. Options trade. It refers to a trading strategy in which the investor holds a position in a security with both a call and a put option with different strike prices but the same expiration date. It's used when the investor believes there will be a large price swing in the underlying asset, but it is unsure of the direction. So you've got one of each expiring at the same time. For some, if there's enough volatility in a stock, for some stocks, it's an interesting way to go. Otherwise, I recommend going credit spreads, going call credit spreads way out of the money, put credit spreads way out of the money, and limit your risk to whatever you're putting up, having a credit in your hand, and leaving it with a short time frame. That's what I would do. If you're going to do a strangle and you're doing an out of the money strangle here, you've got shrinkage, you've got time pressures, you need volatility now. It can be a bit much. So I'm not promoting it in any way. Larry Wu, random afternoon show. Hi everybody, number 49. Brian, this is estimated debt for date. That is an estimated date for GameStop. They usually come up with the date 1.5 weeks to 2 weeks before, but not likely that week. Mr. Premium, in simple terms, it's having covered calls and cash ticket puts at the same time. It's another way to do it. I've been running strangles on Nvidia, says Ty. Savage Wall Street. I do exactly that, Uncle Bruce. I just don't strangle way out to 2026. It's way beautiful money on red days or green days. There you go. Again, I haven't promoted strangles in a big way. 174 gain on the Dow, 22-point drop on S&P, 220 on NASDAQ. So we've settled back a little bit here. We got 20 minutes to go, waiting to see if there's going to be a last 10, 15-minute bargain hunting dip run here, and who gets the benefit of that. We're going to find out. Savage, sorry, I do strangles all the way out to 2026. That's what I do. The man, so right, maybe 15% out of the money both ways if the premiums are there. You can always do a condor, an iron condor play as well with credit spreads. But if you're going to do a right on each side, again, got to be careful. Example, Nvidia $80 cash secured puts, and I sold a $160 covered call. Interesting trade there. Very interesting trade. That's way behind, way ahead. There you go. Of course, the cash secured put, he's writing for $8,000. He writes the cash secured put, willing to buy the stock for $80. He gets a credit for it, and then he turns around and he does this 160 covered call. Willing to buy the stock, willing to be how do we say it? He's able to. He sold a covered call. At 160. And he's looking for it to expire worthless, taking premiums on each side. Got it. All right. Where are we at? 137 up tick right now on the market. SoFi at 13.94, back under 14. We'll see for how long. ASTS 26.35, make it 26.41. We just popped a bit. Rocket Lab 20.46. GameStop 24.44. AI still down 21 cents at the moment. At the end zone, you've all talked about short strangles. I'm at long strangles on SMCI as it's going to blow one way or another. There you go. End zone, I do short strangles on SoFi all the time. Savage of Wall Street, I am the casino. I welcome all types of gamblers. Generous of this man. You gotta love it. Well done. Willing to sell at 160 and buy at 80. Let's go, kids. Harry, how is straddles, Uncle Bruce? What are your thoughts on straddles? The man, talk about picking your price. There you go. Where are we at now? 13.95. Trying to watch 20 things at the same time here. ASTS 26.42. Rocket Lab 20.48. Down 201. GameStop 24.44, down 56. AI down 20 cents. The market now, the Dow is only up about 100 now. The S&P is down 29. NASDAQ down 235. So we definitely have a pullback going on. Market at about 100 points for the Dow Jones at the moment. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Oil still down 161 a barrel. We're back to 112 on the Dow. A little pop up here at 112. And let me check something else. Oh my gosh. Okay. Where am I here? I'll go over here, head over there. Oh, where am I? Okay, 116. Okay, the Dow's up 116 right now. Winners and losers on the Dow. Losers, Goldman Sachs, 1.8% loss. NVIDIA, 1.6%. Microsoft 1.5%, JP Morgan 1.5%, Boeing 1.25%, IBM up about 1%, Chevron about 0.8%, American Express 0.7%, so's Disney, Salesforce 0.6%, Merck 0.5 point loss, 0.5 percentage point. Winners, Walmart almost 4% after we've had down day after down day on Walmart, so we're back to 97.32 on Walmart, up 364. Home Depot up 2.5%, Sherwin-Williams up 2.5%, Amgen up 1.75%, Travelers up 1.6%, Nike up 1.5%, Cisco up 1.5%, United Health Group up 1.5%. They got hammered obviously lately. Johnson & Johnson up 1.1%, Coca-Cola up 1%. Verizon, McDonald's, Procter & Gamble 0.75% to 0.8%. Same with Honeywell. Caterpillar in that group, 0.5 percentage point. 3M, Visa, and then Amazon, Apple just barely positive at this moment on the Dow. Okay, 123 gain now, 130 gain on the Dow. We seem to be improving a little bit again on the Dow. 138 point gain. S&P still down 26 and NASDAQ down 231. We have 16 minutes to go, guys, as we're coming in and closing in on the end of day. Okay. And let's see if I can refresh this here. There we go. All right. SoFi 13.93 right now. And let me go through here. Thank you, everybody, for throwing some thumbs ups at us this afternoon as well. Just get an update from everything. Here we go. Yep, 59 thumbs ups. Thank you. Here we are. And let's see. Hostergaard and done. I gained 37.8% on my Rocket Lab covered call. Still got the stock. So if it does a bounce in the morning, I'm golden. Brian, about 5 weeks. I'm watching all had the exact same movement from 120 until now. Thoughts on this? Basically, algos controlling the market for all the richest market participants. Hostergaard earnings are on Thursday. Snowboarder, thoughts on Iron Condor on Tesla. Hope a piece I'm hoping price to stabilize around 300. So 250, 350, 240, 360. You got to be careful. I'm even thinking, 240 to 400. I don't know if there's margins in there depending how far out you have to go. Marco Ostergaard, congrats. Savage of Wall Street, same thing with Tesla. I have 500 shares. So I sold $350 covered calls all the way to 2027. It took huge chunks, and I've got 190 cash secured puts that expire in 2027. From when Tesla dipped to the 180, I took in big chunks too, and everywhere in between. Ostergaard, I might sell the stock if it goes high enough and just do put writing cash secured puts. Merkel, thank you. 146 point gain on the Dow now. 156 gain on the Dow. S&P still down 25. Nasdaq still down 238. 1391 on SoFi. 2634 on ASTS. Rocket Lab 2034 and GameStop is 2448. AI still down 26 cents at 2662. Not getting a massive rally on our favorites there, but we're watching. Excuse me. And what do we got here? Ostergaard, Brian. Oh, right on time for it. Run a little, Brian. Just keep writing cover calls and cash secured puts. Ostergaard, it's only one cover call though. The one I bought to experiment with cover calls still is almost 40%. Brian will do. Brian, the Savage of Wall Street, you are good at arm folding and selling cash secured puts on red days and cover calls on green. You must have read Mr. Premium of the Options book. Tom Zock, hey, Uncle Bruce, you look some kind of pensive. Are you concerned about the whole market situation? Well, of course, with the nonsense coming out of Washington and not knowing the next announcement. I mean, it's insane here. Oh, Savage, nope. I just took Uncle Bruce's classes. Started with class number 1 and a few one-on-ones, and here I am, giddy up. I'm watching the market closely, like everyone else, trying to figure out what the hell is going to happen next. His cabinet are just a bunch of puppets that do what they're told. The head of defense won't even admit that Russia started the war because who says it didn't happen that way. So he's doing what he's being told. He's being guided from above. So the VP is a bootlicker. There's no one else to watch. There's only one guy to watch, one guy who speaks. The only other guy with any power is Powell at the Fed. Other than that, you're kind of going, I don't know what's going to happen. Too many yes men around who. The man, I want more GameStop 2026 options. Ostergaard, never done strangles or iron condors or any of those credit spreads. Maybe that should be my next experiment. I learned by doing, says Ostergaard. The Dow ahead 171 now. That's getting better again. We were only up 90 to 100 points 5 minutes ago. Now we're up 170. S&P now down just 23. That's improving a little. The Nasdaq still down though 230. 1393 on SoFi. Rocket Lab 2042. GameStop 2454. AI down 20 cents at 2668. We have 11 minutes to go, and we'll see if there's a last 10-minute rally or dip move here. I don't know. Jack, I didn't come here for politics. Well, you got to follow it. If you don't follow what's going on in Washington, you're walking around with blinders. I mean, you're just fooling yourself. You got to understand what the market is thinking and feeling and worrying about and optimistic about. It used to be all about interest rates going down. It used to be about unemployment being really powerful. Then it was inflation worrying people. Now we got wingnut. I don't know what's going on. Nobody knows. Okay, folks, time for me to take lunch. Says Savage of Wall Street. I'm working some fancy VIP event. Can't stay long, but I want to say hi and tell newbies to buy the damn classes. There's no magic bullet. Start with class number 1. Thank you, my friend. You have a great day today. Mirko, did you talk about the $400 million contract did with the government for armored electric vehicles? Talk about conflict of interest. Apparently, this was negotiated back in the Biden presidency. I don't know much about this. Unless it's a real deal, I don't care. But it is the strangest stuff coming out. Brian, I think they are hitting SMCI before the bell. We're down $6 right now on SMCI. Brian, I wonder if they will file. Oh, I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will. The question is how detailed. Again, I don't know on SMCI. I'm convinced the filings will be done. How the street will react. Could the stock be up $10 tonight? Could it be up $15 tomorrow before the opening? I don't know. It's 45, 42. Bill, how many are getting wiped out on those put credit spreads this week? Again, if you're far enough behind, you can roll. You're fine. The man, it was negotiated and approved in December of 24. Yeah. Mirko, I read it in the news on Germany today, apparently. Jack, good point. I take it back. Charlie, hey, Uncle Bruce doing an afternoon close show. Awesome. There you go. Mirko, thanks. Charlie, neat. There you go. 147-point gain on the Dow. Looks like might be 165. S&P down 24, NASDAQ down 243. We have 9 minutes left. 1389 on SoFi, 2623 on ASTS, Rocket Lab 2037 down 212, GameStop 2452 down 48, AI down 35 cents, SMCI down 648. Enjoyed your lunchtime, Uncle B. Bill, once those put credit spreads go too far in the money, good luck rolling, says Bill. JD, I have 15, 16 put credit spreads for this Friday, 15s and 16s for this Friday. Okay. I don't know what stock. Is it SoFi? I'm not sure which ones you have. Let's see. Welcome all to the show. 150 is the Dow uptick here, holding a gain almost all day, despite the other two markets. We're up a third of a point, 152. Then the S&P down 0.44. NASDAQ down 1.3%. Oil down 166 to 69.04. That's the deal. We're waiting on the close, SMCI's filings, and how the market reacts overnight, and how we start tomorrow. And oh my God, JD on SoFi. Jack, under Biden admin, they allocated $400 million for EV armored vehicles. Tesla were one of the only ones that bid on it, so I don't think they had to approve it, obviously. JD, good to have you in for closing time. Bruce, Charlie, sold my TEM calls, $1,800 profit in 3 weeks. Brian, 4470 SMCI, 4488 right now. There it is. Juan, looks like I'm still making money. There you go, still making money. 1383 on SoFi. 7 minutes to go. Rocket Lab 2024, GameStop 2445 at this moment in time. And I sure hope they don't buy Cybertrucks. Something tells me that deal died and nothing happened with it. So I have no idea what's going on. Excuse me. The Dow holding something around 115 to 120 on the uptick. So it's a pullback with 6 minutes to go. Is anyone pulling back the elastic and let it go, or is it just going to be a pullback to close out today? Stick around. In 5 minutes, we'll know the answer. 127 uptick on the Dow, 31 down on S&P, 271 lower on NASDAQ right now. So at the moment, it's red for two of the three markets. 1381 on SoFi as we're coming into the close in 5. Rocket Lab 2021 and GameStop 2449. We're down 45 cents on AI. 4436 on SMCI, going lower. Brian, going lower. Trump says we're going to hold off executing that contract. We're not going to buy Cybertrucks right now. Yes, I can imagine. Not necessarily a good idea. NVIDIA down 333, Tesla down 2880, Palantir down 373, MicroStrategy back down to 247, off $35. It had a rally, but it's losing that rally. The MicroStrategy got up to about 258. Now we're back to 247. So I would imagine crypto is backing off again. I'm going to guess here. Bitcoin, 87,798, down 6.6%. All the other cryptos are lower. All of them are lower today. They're all having a lousy day. The Dow up now just 147, a little recovery on the Dow again, down 32 on S&P, where NASDAQ down 284, 1388 on SoFi, 2607 on ASTS, Rocket Lab 2012, GameStop 2448, AI down 44 cents. Brian, I'll buy SMCI once it goes under 40 bucks. 45.43 on SMCI. It's just jumped nicely over 45. Pickcomb, Cybertruck contract originated in Biden administration. Don't know what the thinking was there. Neither do I. I heard nothing about it. Brian, so write the $39 cash secured put on that SMCI. That's right. Instead of buying a stock, write the $39 put, take the cash. Absolutely. 45.43 on SMCI, down 613 now. GameStop 24.47, Rocket Lab 2012, and SoFi now 1386, trying to come back to 14. We're up 168 on the Dow. We're down 27 on S&P, and we're down 260 on NASDAQ at the moment. I don't have enough money for that. I'll just buy shares up slowly, but if it gets really cheap, I'll sell some other positions to buy more shares. There you go. All right. Watching the market, 3 minutes to go. 170 gain on the Dow, a little better. S&P 25 point lower, little recovery, just nothing. 25 point down dip on S&P. NASDAQ down 250, a 20 point recovery there, but not to get excited about. Not a massive rally at the end of the day at this point of evident. We're up 186 now on the Dow. It's trying to get better. We've got a 1387, 1388 SoFi market, so 12 cents below 14. Rocket Lab 2024, GameStop 24.47, AI still down 48 cents. SMCI 45.45, down 616, coming into the final minute or 2 or 3 minutes to go. The man, I can't wait until my contracts that are collecting $100 a contract turn into a multiple contracts for $1,000 a contract. Can't wait for this. Brian, Uncle Bruce, did you get around to reading SMCI 8K they filed on Feb 21? It was only 450 pages. James of the Misty Tree, this wasn't a contract with Tesla, by the way. It was an exploration of electronic armored vehicles, and Tesla was the only company to respond fully so far. No contracts have been signed. Pickcomb, at the end of the day, SoFi is a profitable company that is growing, so the stock price won't crater forever. That's absolutely right. 1390, by the way. We're 2/3 into the first quarter in the next couple of days. I mean, we're going to be Feb 28th, the end of the month. That's 2 months out of 3. 1 more month to go, and we've ended the first quarter. SoFi breaking all records, of course, generating tons of cash. No question. 1390, 91 now on SoFi with about 2 minutes left in the session. Rocket Lab 2030, GameStop 24.45, AI still down 46, SMCI 45.38, down 624. Ed, I have $40.50 to $42 credit spreads on SMCI. Those, I guess, are put credit spreads, and you're behind the market. I'm assuming that's what you're doing. The man, I just want to know how much GameStop has gained on interest with $4.6 billion in cash. How much interest are they making? Last minutes joined some dishes to be washed. Welcome to Displayer, Josie, Susie, everybody, welcome. Ed, put, yep, I'm into puts. Put credit spreads, Bruce, you got it. 1 minute to go. We're closing it out. We're up 171, 172 on the Dow. We're down 29 on S&P. We're down 271 on NASDAQ. So if there's going to be any kind of recovery in this market, it might be after hours tonight or pre-market tomorrow, and then we'll see what happens. But the Dow did break with the other markets today to go up. So interesting to see how this plays. Brian, should be 55, 60 million on interest, something around there. Larry, the bells have been rung, baby. The casino is now closed. Neat, 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 says Richard. So there you go. A 160 uptick for the Dow, roughly for the end of the day, give or take. Down 27 or so on S&P, down 260 on NASDAQ. With SoFi at 1392, down 44 on the day. ASTS at 2617, down 240. Rocket Lab 2028, down 221. GameStop 24.44 down 56 cents. AI lost 53 cents at 26.35. The SMCI is closing on the market down 607 at 45.54. Now we'll find out with the close now, will SMCI release their financials tonight as they're required to for the listing. NVIDIA at 126.63 down 365. Tesla lost 27.70 at 302.80. The Spiders lost 388. The Qs lost 655. Palantir was down 284. MicroStrategy lost 32.25. Costco gained $20 today. What a recovery. Coinbase down 14.50. Matterport up a penny. Smart Rent down 8. ME down 7. Google down 380. Apple down 6 cents. Broadcom down 5.39. Microsoft down 6.10. Intel off $1.28. Netflix lost 11.20. Came back quite a bit from its low. Meta down 10.60. EI Lilly with a $21 day today. Nice gain. Amazon up 9 cents. Uber down 1.48. Adobe down $1. Cisco up $1. AMD down $4.15. Unity down 164. Enphase down 125. Spire gained 13 cents. Moderna down 62 cents. Pfizer up a dime. IBM down 409 today, 257.78. HPQ down 58 cents. Home Depot up 10.80. Vanik Semiconductors up $5. Goldman Sachs lost 11.14. Boeing up down 160. We had a gain on Target 161. JP Morgan down 390. Walmart up 404. Solid day for Walmart today, and uptick at the end. Disney down 63 cents. American Airlines down 18. DraftKings down 176. AMC lost 7 cents. Royal Caribbean down 1 penny. Came all the way back to lose just a penny on the session. So there were some recoveries, partial recoveries, all afternoon. We'll see if this translates into a positive opening in the morning. And we'll see if there's any more, just grim news out of Washington or speculative, nasty news. I don't know. Let's see. Hostergaard, I'm slightly on margin with SoFi, so would prefer it not to go much lower. My break even is 14, so there's some mild concern for my 26 puts at 22 strike with an $8 premium. I think you'll be just fine. KD starting and ending the trading day with Uncle Bruce. It's a good day, says KD. Ostergaard, oops, 2 to 3 minutes behind on the stream here. Brian, you're fine. SoFi has a lot of liquidity, and your option is very far out. Exactly. Giddy up, everybody. Thank you all for joining me this afternoon. SMCI, the question on everyone's mind, or some people's mind, is SMCI about to release their financials here? What is the dealio? In the after hours, we're up 53 cents so far. And waiting for the company to make a press release to release financials. They should be out today, I think. We're waiting for that. 46.30 on the stock right now. Let's see. I'm going to go over to CNBC website and see if I can find SMCI anywhere. Sorry, no, I don't want to do that. I want to do this. SMCI. Super Micro, there we are. 46.40 up 86 cents in the after hours. And 1.4 million traded so far. 109 million traded on the session today. And we're waiting for the filing. Just what's the financial filing? The stock trading at 45.91. This aftermarket trading will tell us if it really moves more than a couple of dollars either way. You'll know what's going on. So waiting on that. Let's see here. NVIDIA down almost $5 today, says Charlie. Earnings going to be interesting tomorrow after the market for NVIDIA. That's right. That's another big one. Brian, I did notice it up 1%. 45.81 up 27 on SMCI. Okay, Brian, is that a one-time payment like a deductible for the year. Again, I'm not sure what he's dealing with here. People are talking about, Splayer's talking about something else here. Hostergaard, yeah, thanks for the advice. I figured it should be fine. I mean, they paid $8 premium on a 22. They're going to settle for a $0.50 gain. No, you're not going to get exercised. You're not going to get exercised. This is too far out. Anyway, there you go. Brian, I usually only look for a roll near the end of the contract, or if there's a big move as soon as I open the contract. And giddy up. Splayer's talking about healthcare in Germany. Right on, buddy. 45.71 up 17 on SMCI right now. That's what we're showing in this after hours at this point in time. SoFi right now in the after hours looks like it is 13.92 right now for SoFi. Rocket Lab after hours is 20.34 up 6 cents. GameStop after hours is 24.50 up 6 cents. And there's Super Micro right now, 45.70 up 16 on 5+ million, I guess, volume. Let's double check that. Not sure if that is accurate. 45.71, 45.77. And I'm not exactly sure if the after hours volume is accurate on CNBC or on MarketWatch. MarketWatch is showing 5 million volume. CNBC is showing 1.4 million volume. Both are showing 45.82 on the stock, up now higher. The stock is definitely higher, 45.85 on Super Micro, waiting for their financials. If anyone sees them, let me know. I'm looking for them like you are. So waiting to see if the financials are being released here and what they are. See what's going to happen. Okay, so far nothing official anywhere. Alrighty, 45.70 on SMCI. Okay. Brian, well, it's been a rough 4 days for my portfolio. Hopefully the rest of the week is nicer to me. Brian, thanks for, I might send you an email with a couple of problem positions. Get your reaction to that. You bet. No problem. 45.58 up 16 on Super Micro at the moment. I just wanted to engage and say hello, says David Art. Welcome, my friends. Thank you, everybody, for saying hi to me today. The afternoon closing show, I thought I'd give you one of them today, watching all this activity out here. Hostergaard, yeah, this is the gamblers we're talking about. They want the big wins. I'm taking 40% gains as a casino, so I figure they want even greater gains. Isn't that amazing? Nicely done, sir. As I say, you're taking the money from the gamblers. They're handing it to you. You're learning how to write options through my classes. Hanging out with the gang here. Thank you very much, everybody, for handing over the dough. You got to love it. Hanging out with the gang, says Auntie Jen. That's right. Hanging out with the gang. Giddy on up. Yeah, your own little T-shirts and stuff. 45.47 up, down 7 on SMCI. 45.47. A little dip there. Still waiting on any news on SMCI. If they have released any financials at all. We're waiting. 45.50 now on SMCI. Okay. All righty. Let's see if we can get this here. Here we are. Yep. There you go. There you go. Thank you all for joining in. Waiting on any news from SMCI. Is there a release coming? I would imagine CNBC will be on it the moment it happens. And I am curious as to when are they going to release. It's now coming up to 10 minutes since the close. We could have the release at any time. We're still down 17 cents. Volume seems to be 5.2 million. We're now a little lower to 45.26. I think we're a little further lower. Again, I'm just a guy in front of my computer waiting to see if anything. Brian, I see nothing on their investor relations page yet, so nothing official. It could be in 15 minutes after the bell. It could be 20 minutes. Could be 30 minutes. I have no idea. Waiting on Super Micro to release long delayed financials to the market. 45.33 seems to be the trading range right now. And that is what we're wondering, is what they're doing. Blair, I start next week with a hoodie and a hut. I don't know what Blair's talking about. He's talking about something else. Matt, I've come to grips with my Rocket Lab 25.5 puts for this Friday are going to get assigned. Call selling for me it is. So if you're getting assigned on 25.50s, you can write calls right away, or you can just sell the stock and write new puts again. And play that way. Janet says, thank you. Thank you, Janet. Welcome to the show today. Great to have you here. Welcome from Saginaw, Michigan. Let's see. Your red bubble hoodie and hat. Oh, I see. He's got it coming. Oh, I got you. Right on, buddy. Right on. 45.40 on SMCI. 45.40 down just 16 cents. 45.45 on Super Micro. Seems to be improving a little tiny bit at the moment, as we're waiting to see what's going to happen on Super Micro's stock. I'm just curious to see what's going on here. Thank you all for joining us this afternoon from wherever you have been hanging out. Great to have you here. We're hitting 90 degrees today here in Rancho Mirage. 90. Oh yeah, it's a warm one. Giddy up. A harsh winter here in Rancho Mirage. 45.37 on Super Micro. 45.37 down just 4 cents at the moment, folks. All right, kids. Okay, let's see. Thanks again for thumbs ups today and joining us earlier this morning. 80 thumbs up after this afternoon. Thank you, guys. Okay, we'll take that. Another little engagement there that helps the channel. And Super Micro waiting on results. 45.28 at the moment on the market. 45.22. We're down about 30 cents. And wondering if and when Super Micro releases financials. It's now been 13 minutes since the bell. And we're just hanging out, wondering, stumbling, bumbling, the whole thing. Nothing on a press release? Nope, no press release. Nothing yet. And 45.28 last trade at the moment on Super Micro. 52-week range, 17.25 for the low, 122.90 for the high. That has been the range on Super Micro. Wow. 45.25 is where we are in the after hours approximately right now as we await a financial release from the company. 45.30 right now. Make it 45.35, down about 4 cents or 15 cents. I'm not even sure. We closed at 45.54 is what we closed at. So we're down about 17 cents at the moment. Okay, everybody? And Hostergaard, I like listening to Uncle Bruce walking home from university. Markets open right as I usually done with classes, unless I got some teamwork. It's improving my health and knowledge at the same time. Right on, pal. Have a good evening, everybody from Splair. Thanks, buddy. Brian, AMC has earnings. Brian, 5 p.m. Eastern. And Charlie, number 85 on the thumbs up meter. Thank you, everybody. 45.50, I'm showing now. 45.50 on Super Micro. We're now ahead or just behind about 4 cents from the close. We're coming back a little bit right now. John Gill, number 86, thumbs up. Brian, I am sweating. Bought a walking pad for work that goes under my desk. Get the sweat on while I lose all my money. Ha ha. Right on, Brian. Getting thinner and poorer at the same time. You'll be just fine. 45.44, 45.50 on Super Micro. Waiting on Super Micro to speak, to release financials. 45.52 at the moment, right around the break-even mark at the moment. Everyone anticipating and sitting here wondering 45.54 at the moment. That is unchanged from the bell at this point in time. We do not have any news yet from the company. Hostergaard. Oh, that would be good if I did when I do my programming. Brian, Newfoundland Premier just stepped down. We heard that earlier today here in Canada. It doesn't mean anything to Americans. Brian, I guess he wants to go back to being an orthopedic surgeon. Yeah, making real money instead of getting grief as a premier. 45.69 on Supermicro. It just popped up. 45.69 on Supermicro. John Gill, great day to close Tesla call spreads. Great day to close those and produce some more. 45.67 on Supermicro. It's moving up. It's starting to climb a little bit here. 45.67 up 13 cents from the bell. If anyone sees anything, do let us know. Waiting for an official release. We're 16 minutes past the close. Supermicro now 45.69 up 15 cents since the bell has gone off. Waiting to see what's going on. 45.73 now, popped again, up 19 cents. 45.73 on Supermicro. My market watch is not budging at 45.52, and I'm showing 45.68 on CNBC. So we have a divergence here. The stock is up on CNBC. It's unchanged over on the market watch quotes. 45.60 now on CNBC. That's what I got, guys. What's up with the Supermicro? I do not know. If I could tell you, I would tell you. But I can't tell you. They're not telling me. They're holding it back, or they're not releasing. I don't know what's going on. I don't know when they're supposed to release. I'm here. I'm ready to talk about it. 45.55 now on CNBC. 45.55 up a penny at the moment. And the volume is showing 1.8 million. That is, I think, accurate on the after-hours market volume on Supermicro. There we are, 45.50 at 1.8 million. Supermicro on Market Watch. I don't know if we are getting any updates here. 45.54, and I'm only showing 292,000 volume. So I'm not getting a quote here. It's not working over here. Not working well. Over on my Yahoo Finance, I'm showing 45.44, and I'm showing now 45.37, 45.36 on MSNBC or CNBC. So those two I think are more accurate, but I don't have any announcement regarding the financials. In case anyone sees it, you let me know. Let's see. The Hostergaard. Last Saturday, I finally found a free Chase Long sofa. Had to carry it down 4 floors. Used an electric bike to get it home. Only discovered an identical sofa in the trash right outside my door. For months, I have kept an eye out. And on the day I finally find one and spend hours carrying one down the stairs, boom, one appears right outside my front door. Of course. Crickets on SMCI, maybe it's supposed to be at 5 p.m. or maybe they're just going to be late as usual. Again, I have nothing either. 45.39 on the stock, down 15 cents since the close. 45.25 now, down again. And I have nothing, I see nothing to report on at the moment. And that is what I'm watching here. 45.33, 45.26, so a little lower yet again. Okay, there you go, kids. The man says, dang it, I knew it. I should have bought back my AMC calls before earnings, then just rewrite on the pop. That's what I should have done. All right, $45 on the nose on SMCI. We're down 54 cents here. We're definitely lower. 44.92. We're lower, down 62 cents on after hours trading on SMCI on 2.3 million volume. 44.60, down 94 cents. This is the low of the after hours, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but it looks weak. 44.49 on SMCI now, as we are watching the stock back off. 44.86, 44.34. I'm showing it even lower on Yahoo Finance. We're jumping around quite a bit right now. Okay. 44.80. Brian, thanks for staying on. Uncle Bruce, must be too hot for you to go outside. It's a balmy 9 degrees Celsius in Calgary. Feels like summer here. Ostergaard, I'm just telling random stories to pass the time till we get the news. 44.59 at the moment, down 95 cents on SMCI with no news. No results released yet. We're 20 minutes past the close. No financials. Where are the financials? What's going on with financials? Has anything happening? Has anyone said anything about when? 44.50 according to CNBC. 44.42 now, down $1.12. The market is getting more impatient. Is that the word? 44.38, now down 116 a share at the moment. That's what we got. 44.27, down 127 now on the stock. 44.26, 44.12, another drop on SMCI. Okay. I don't have any news on SMCI. 44.26 at the moment, down 128. We got nada at the moment. Waiting and waiting and waiting. What are they going to say? Unchanged on Rocket Lab. We're up a penny on SoFi. We're up 3 cents on GameStop in the after hours. We're down 21 cents on Apple. We're up 59 on Tesla. We're up 92 cents on Microsoft. We're up 37 on Google. We're up 71 on Amazon, up 27 on Nvidia, up $1.80 on Meta. The after hour is good for the Magnificent Seven. Super Micro, 44.35, 44.15, somewhere in that range now with no news. Waiting on any results. ASTS up a penny, AI up 12 cents, Palantir up 23, MicroStrategy up 237, Unity up 4, Cisco's up 9, the Spiders are up 68. ARC Innovations up 13, Uber up 3 cents, Home Depot down $1, Vanik up 65 cents. Waiting on SMCI for a result, a financial release that has been much anticipated. Lucid CEO steps down. EV maker plans to more than double production in 2025. That's the only breaking news I'm getting right now. 43.98 on Supermicro. 43.72 now, down $1.80. 43.58, down $2. We're going lower on SMCI, down $1.70, down about $2. No news breaking yet. 43.50, down $2 on SMCI, down 202 on 2.7 million. And we're wondering about any release of financials from these guys. 43.95, down 159. I'm just a guy in front of a computer trying to tell his viewers what's going on. Waiting and wondering what they have to say for themselves. 44.60, down 94. A little bounce back happening here. 43.80, 44.85. A little better, only down 70 cents now. A little bounce back. Still no official any news at this point. Let's see what happens. Alex, number 91 tonight. Good evening. I closed my AMD call credit spreads and wrote a bunch of cash secured puts on Rocket Lab, GameStop, AI, and SoFi. Account value's down this week, but my cash balance is up 20%. Hostergaard, I found some stuff, good stuff too. Speakers, projector, blender, toaster, all my kitchen stuff, almost nice porcelain from a restaurant. Tom Sack, Hostergaard, yeah, we got that in Germany too. It's called Spare Mule here. People call the local waste management that you have some old furniture stuff and they set up a date when they can pick it up. There you go. 44.51 down $1.03. 44.70 down 84 on SMCI. Waiting on it to release financials. I got nada at the moment. SMCI is what we're waiting on. 44.59 down 95 cents. At this point in time, still do not know when they're going to release financials. 44.50, 44.20, we're going down again. 44.20 down 134. I have no idea what's going on over there. Giddy up, kids. I'd love to get the results out. Love to follow it. 44.06 now, down 148. Threatening to break through 44 again at the moment. All right. Welcome all to the program. Thank you all for thumbs ups and sticking around. I wish I could be more of a service to you and give you juicy breaking news. I just don't have anything here at the moment. You know, what can I say? Hostergaard says, my computer chair too. Best time is when students move in and out. Since it's a university city, they leave all kinds of stuff, of expensive stuff, out on the street in the trash. Free for anyone. Way to go, Hostergaard. You got it in Germany too. That's cool. Rock and roll. 44.49, 44.50 down $1.04 on SMCI. Waiting on financials and people talking about finding furniture on the street. They're just giving it away. There you go. Ah. 44.64 now. Brian, did you used to be a golfer? You're always around golf courses. I did used to be a golfer. I used to golf. I loved it. I loved the game. But I stopped golfing. Got to be 10 years ago. 10 years ago, the last time I think I had a golf ball. Anyway, there you go. Good morning from Lisa. It's 5:30 a.m. in Hong Kong. Nice surprise to see you on the air streaming right now. Good morning. Waiting for SMCI. We're waiting on financials to be released. We're patiently waiting now. It's almost a half hour since the close of the market. No results released. Today, they must release financials. 44.30 on the stock, down $1.24. We have nothing yet out, and I'm waiting to see, what's going on. I'm sure that over at CNBC, they're going to talk about it the minute it happens. We just haven't seen the number yet. I got nothing. I have no news on even when to expect the release of the financials. So far, the CNBC has been of zero help to me on this. We're at 44.34, down $1.20. Workday beats estimates for revenue and profit. Stock jumps. There's an announcement from Workday, but we have nothing on Super Micro. This is what a lot of people are waiting on. Stock traded 110 million shares today. 3 million in the after hours. 44.60, down 94 cents. And Super Micro has yet to release anything. Hostergaard, people do look at a little when you're wheeling a whole surf, never mind. Maybe SMCI's auditor quit again. Laughing out loud, Lisa. Who knows? I got nothing. I got absolutely nothing. I'm waiting. I'm watching. I'm looking. I'm wondering. Stumbling and bumbling. No press release from the company. Looking at financials and SEC filings, no filing has been done. Nothing with the SEC. They got to file it. They got to release it. Nothing has been done. 44.49 at the moment on SMCI. There you go. Okay, 44.35, 44.49, 44.42. Kind of wondering if the stock drops $2 right away or goes up $2 or $3 right away, you know it's out, but it's not doing that and nothing has come through yet. We just don't have anything anywhere on SMCI, but after hours trading of 3.1 million at 44.41 a share is what we're showing here, down $1.13 with no news released at the moment. Okay, there you go. Brian says, I love golfing, but 3 or 4 times a year. I wish I could do more. There was one year I got in 10 rounds and my golf game that year was like 15 strokes lower. Couldn't believe it. There was a time that Jen and I lived on a golf course in Calgary, just outside of Calgary, and I could walk out my back door and onto the 5th fairway. And in those days, this would be the early 80s. I used to take a 7-iron and a putter, and I would grab about 5 golf balls, and I would walk on a golf hole just behind our house, and I'd be about 150 yards out, and I would drop 5 golf balls. This would be late in the day. No one is coming by. Everyone is gone for the day, and we got about an hour or 2 of sunset left. Too late to start a round to get 18 holes in, and I would fire 5 golf balls using my 7-iron at the green, and then use my 7-iron to chip onto the green if I had to. Then I'd putt out and I'd grab the balls and I'd walk back 150 yards, drop the 5 balls, line them up, take 5 shots at an actual green again. My game got down to about a 10 handicap at one point, but that was about as good as I could get. Anyway, there you go. It was a long time ago, far, far away, 40 years ago. 42 years ago. Oh my goodness. Can I believe it? I was 27, 28 at the time, living on a golf course, and I would walk the golf course just to get exercise, and I would have a windbreaker with me with big pockets, and I would know where to find all the golf balls in the rough and in the weeds where the trees were. I had a golf ball retriever for water. I would pull golf balls out of the water. There was a time I probably had 200 golf balls in my house. I golfed for years, never buying golf balls. That was a long time ago. Palantir took a nice dip today, let's go. Yeah, Brian. I think with these dips, GameStop should put $1 billion into SoFi and $1 billion into Rocket Lab and $1 billion into Bitcoin. Diversify their holdings and buy some cheap stock. I couldn't agree more. 44.18 on SMCI right now. Brian, if GameStop dropped back to $10, I wonder if they would do share buybacks, and then in a year when it hits 40, they issue shares again and bring in another $4 billion. What about that? There you go. 44.15 on Super Micro at the moment. We're down about $1.35 or so, waiting on the company to release. 44.40 just went through. We just jumped a little bit here, waiting on the stock, the company. Brian, they're down 3% right there. Waiting and waiting. 44.30 down $1.23 at the moment as we await. We think we await financials. We're down 2.48%. We're waiting for someone to speak. An announcement to break, any kind of headline, anything. I don't know what to make of it. We're now 34 minutes past. Yeah, we're 34 minutes past the close. This is well beyond reasonable. Really, the number should be out. 44.35, 44.25. Anyway, there you go. It be what it be, and that's what it be. 44.25 a share on SMCI. Yo. Mm, 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 Yeah, crypto today, the final pricing on Bitcoin, 88,165 is where I see it now, 88,000. Had a down day today, of course, as did most other stocks. With the Dow up 160, but S&P down 28, NASDAQ down 260. And we're at 44.26 on the super micro, 44.28, down $1.26 at the moment. Brian, I can see Uncle Bruce with a lemonade stand selling used golf balls and option classes. Just as a young child, hey, if I got a deal for you, you want to make a lot of money? I can show you how to make money. First, you're going to save money on a dozen golf balls. They're only $1 a ball if you buy 12 at a time. But have I got a deal for you on these online classes? It'll be a big thing in about 40 years. You're going to love it. Sign up now, and I'll send them as soon as I have them ready. Yeah, okay. I had no idea in 1980, 85 that I would ever be a YouTuber. I had no idea that a thing called YouTube would actually exist in 1985, 40 years ago, when I was in my 30th year, 29th year. Had no idea that something like that was ever around the corner. Took a company public in 1990 with a buddy of mine. Had no idea that one day I would be training people on how to become an option writer, prolific option writers. Never thought that it would ever happen. I never thought there wouldn't be stockbrokers. I never thought that there wouldn't be stockbrokers in every town, that in every city in Canada, there were stock brokerage firms. In every city in America, there were stock brokerage companies. There were family-owned businesses. There were regional brokerage firms, national houses, and there were millions of stockbrokers at one time. Maybe hundreds of thousands, I suppose, at one time. Never thought retail branch offices would disappear off the face of the earth. Never imagined we would have computers in our houses in 1985. In 1985, the thought of having a personal computer in your own house, unthinkable, unimaginable. Well, I guess by 85 it started already. By 75, well, it didn't exist, 1975. But I guess by 85, Apple had gone public. But the computers that were being offered were, no way did we ever think that we'd use anything like that to trade stock and options and write options and do credit spreads. You got to be kidding me. Never a thought. 44.36 on SMCI, down 118. There you go. Never a thought that would ever be a possibility. Even 15 years ago, in 2010, would I have thought, oh yeah, you're going to be a YouTuber one day, full time, 2 channels. You're going to have 2 of them. Never thought. I'm confused as I say, are we live right now? Yeah, how you doing there, buddy? I've been waiting for SMCI to release financials. 38 minutes after the bell, I'm getting impatient. Jen's getting impatient. We have to go. We have places to go, things to do, people to see. 44.25 on SMCI, down 129 with no financials released. Might have to just call it a day and deal with it later. Don't know what to make of it. Kind of weird. It's warm out there. Jen is right. It is. Got to close the windows. Don't let the hot air in. That is right. It is warm out there. Welcome all to the program. Thank you for joining up with me today and hanging out twice today. Appreciate it. Please subscribe to the channel if you don't mind. If you haven't subscribed before, subscribe right now. Would be great. Become a member, even better. 44.23 is what I see over on the SMCI. 44.17. Nothing to get excited about. I had a Commodore, Jay Gill, in 1984, Commodore 64. Charlie, I watched The Wolf of Wall Street a few days ago. It takes on a whole new meaning when you know a little bit about options. Such a good movie. Yes, when you know about the market, then these market movies become really interesting, don't they? Yes. My goodness. Brian, I can't believe guidance counselors are even in a position. How could you ever know what jobs are available 10 years from now in the economy and technology? Brian, they should have just a dartboard of 20 different positions and you throw a dart. Good luck, kid. Brian, still nothing on their investor relations page, by the way, on SMCI. Nothing yet talked about. 44.43 now, down 111. Down 2.4% on the after hours, 3.39 million on SMCI with no financials yet out. What are they going to do? Oh my goodness. Anyway, there's something here. Maybe there's something here. Hang on. No, I don't know about this. I don't know if this is accurate. Hang on a second. I'm looking at something on CNBC, but I don't know if this is accurate. 44.40 on SMCI right now.
SMCI stock drop on deadline. Super Micro faces NASDAQ.
Yeah, we know that. We've been waiting for financials all day today to counteract this. 44.41 down 113. And I'm looking at something on MSNBC, CNBC. I don't think this is current though. I think this is ancient news. Let's see. Yeah, this is not accurate. This is a video that was on CNBC a long time ago. That's not helping us. 44.38 for the stock right now. 44.39. We're still down 115, and we still do not see financials released on the stock. Nothing out yet. 3.4 million traded. No news on Super Micro at this point. And 42 minutes since the bell. I'm running out of patience. I think I'm going to shut down the show and go about my day. You guys keep an eye on things from your end. I'll keep an eye on it from my end. I know I'll get alerts on my phone eventually, but I don't think there's anything happening here at the moment. I'm not sure what to make of it. If I knew, I'd say, but I don't, so I won't. There we are.
Talk about your pump and dump. This is a short seller saying bad things about it.
There you go.
That's not manipulation.
There's all kinds of opinions on all kinds of stuff here. 44.40 on Super Micro, and there you have it. Let's see. Thank you, Margin Call. Thank you, Zeta State Free Range. Thank you. Let's see, David, have a good one, Uncle B. Folks, have a great rest of your day today. Good night to you. I'll keep an eye on Super Micro. We'll talk about it tomorrow morning on the pre-market. I'm sure if they're coming up with financials, they're coming out with them sometime tonight. You gotta figure, but nothing yet. 44.12. Yeah, we're down to 44.12, down 142 with no news yet released by the company. Incredibly frustrating to sit here and wait and not have them do a thing. I've been given every indication that they have to release a financial today, and yet we've got nothing anywhere on what's going on. So anyway, there it is. $44 a share just showed up here, down 154. Still waiting. This is the low range of the day today is where it was. And we have no news on SMCI. Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to call it a show. I'm going to say thank you, Brian. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, Zeta State, and all of you. Charlie, thanks for the afternoon show. Uncle Bruce, have a great evening. We'll watch it from the sidelines, and we'll talk to you about this tomorrow. 43.91 on the stock, still slipping along. Not doing much of anything. And now, just 1 minute, I'm looking at my computer. My big ass iPad is going nuts, and now my phone is going nuts. I'm at $51. Is this accurate? $50 a share on SMCI. Is this happening? I don't have it on $52 on CNBC. Maybe I'll stick around a little longer. 52.28 up 674 on Super Micro.
$52.
Looks like we're jumping on the Super Micro here. 5 million traded. We just saw 2 million go through. 51.45. They must have released. And someone has got wind of this press release or have got news here. Press release. I'm looking. Still nothing official on a press release, but the stock is 52.52, 53.02 now. We're up on the close now, $53 a share, 5.7 million traded. Nothing from CNBC yet. Let's look. Nothing there. Still 52.28 up 674. Still waiting for an official anything. Charlie, it's running, says Honda. Tom Sack, yes, movement, free range bingo. Brian, 15%, 18% move. Don't go away yet. I was just about to shut this show down. I was just about to say enough's enough. $54. We're approaching 54.24 now, up 8.70 a share on Super Micro, up 19% right now. 54.24 on Super Micro, moving up. 54.25 at the moment. A volume of 6.3 million. Still looking for CNBC or anyone to say anything about the stock. I still have nothing being discussed, released, nothing. I got nothing. The stock is up smartly. Now 54.30, up 8.76, up 19.25%. At the moment, Super Micro up right now quite nicely. This is showing price kind of coming back to where we were a few days ago. $52. We were there yesterday. We were at 54 yesterday. We were at 59 the day before that. Last week, Wednesday, we were $65. So 52.34 at the moment, up 6.80 a share. Obviously, maybe GameStop bought it. Maybe GameStop's buying it. I don't know.
Well, 6.80 close.
I'm just a guy sitting in front of the computer going, what's going on? Tom Sack, 54. Bruce, SMCI not releasing financials previously and now strutting around after the market is diabolical. Might turn out to be accounting fraud in the future, even if they report positive. Brian, I see nothing. Mr. Premium causing NVIDIA to show some green too. Walter, Yahoo, 54.30. A stock guy, 53. Stock guy. I can't unload it after market as well, though. It might go even higher. If the financials are out and they're good, watch out. What can I say? 51.50 on the CNBC. According to CNBC, 50 now, 50.42. So giving up a little bit of ground here. Took a real shot here on millions of shares, 7.4 million. Now I'm showing $49, up 346. So I don't know. It got to 54. It's now 49. Now it's 47.50. What is going on? If I only knew, I tell you. If I could tell you, I would tell you. 10K is out, says Brian. A 10K is out. So let's take a look here on a 10K filing. If I can get this to load. SEC filing. Here we go. Quarterly report. Annual report. They're out. The 10K and the quarters are out. On the SEC website, they filed through SEC 49.77 on the stock, 48.40. Let's take a look here. Super Micro filing quarter ended September 30. Let's go. Is it uploading? Here we go. Financial statements. Let's go. Talking about the departure of their old auditor. forward-looking stock split. On September, we filed an amendment with the Secretary of State for a 10-for-1 split. I think they've done that already. We already know that. Okay. What else? What else? Assets. September 24, cash on hand, two million or billion? Is it billion? $2 billion on hand versus 1.6 billion. Total assets 10.8 billion versus 9.8 billion in June. So that was an increase in assets. Liabilities were 5.8 billion versus 5.4. Super micro sales 5.9 billion in the 3 months ended for September versus the year before 2.1 billion. Stock right now $50.69 on CNBC, up $5. Gross profit 775 million versus 350 million the year before. This is for the quarter. Net income 424 million versus 156 million. Earnings per share 67 cents versus 27 cents. Stock outstanding 639 million versus 571. I'm just reading financials on the fly, you guys. I'm doing the best I can with what I've got. These are just financials that have come out. Okay, so filings are done for the quarterly report. Now there's another one coming through, a 10Q. This one is a report to the end of December 2024, okay? End of December quarterly report is out. And let's go forward on this. Cash on hand and assets. 9.7 billion versus 9.8 billion for December versus June. Total, let's go. Wait a minute. Wait. Let me get through this. Total assets 9.7. Total liabilities 3.4 billion, down $1 billion. Lots of stock equity. And now financial sales. Okay. December 31 for the quarter ending December, they did 5.6 billion in sales versus 3.6 billion in sales. They had net income of 320 million versus 295 million. For the 6 months ended December 31, 744 million in profit versus 452 million in profit. Income per share 126 versus 84, 117 versus 79. Diluted. Very good. So those financials are out. So that's good. That's positive. All kinds of filings have popped up here. 8K, 10K, 10Q, 10Q have popped up. The stock is 51.77, 51.38. CNBC tells me that 9.7 million shares have traded. Super micro is, let's see, are we showing any financials anywhere here? Let me take a look now. Overview. Any announcements? Press releases? Nothing yet. Only filings on the SEC, which is okay. They have to file SEC. That's fine. That's good enough to maintain listing. Don't worry about that. They will do a press release here shortly. They will file with NASDAQ and all that. That's all coming. But the financials are out, and they are growing their financials. They're growing their revenues. And the stock is up to 51.59, up $6 with 10 million traded in the after hours, okay? I'm just trying to read this as we're flying here. Check their investor relations group page under SEC filing. I'm not buying, you're just a guy. I still think Bruce is the real mastermind behind the Wolf of Wall Street. Mitch, I'm a new member, buddy. I'm a new member of your channel. Thank you, Mitch, for joining in. Appreciate you.
Hey, Mitch.
We're trying to figure.
Oh, that was with Will Ferrell, and oh my God, his name was Mitch.
No.
Oh,
No, Mitch was in the movie The Firm.
no,
He was Tom Cruise's character, Mitch.
the Old School.
Old school. Oh, you're talking old school. Okay, there's a couple of Mitches out there. Mitch, which one are you? Are you Tom Cruise or are you the guy with
Or
Will
are you
Ferrell?
Luke Wilson?
Are you Luke Wilson? Who are you, Mitch?
Who was his
It's cruel. She's so cruel. He's a Gold Bagel member too. Be nice to Mitch. Mitch, thank you for joining in, buddy. It's great to have you here. We're at 5092 on the SMCI after hours up 538. Mitch is a new member. Everyone will say hi to Mitch in due time. Cutie patootie Luke Wilson. Oh, well, there you go. Mitch, Jen likes you already. I'm saying Mitch, you're the Mitch from The Firm. Tom Cruise played Mitch in the movie The Firm.
His name was Mitch?
Yeah, I thought so.
Mitchell.
Mitch,
Okay,
I can't remember Mitch's last name. What was his last name in that movie? In The Firm. Jen will get it. Jen will get it right now. She's on it. Thank you. Okay, Barron says super micro, Mitch McDeer. Super micro stock surges after company files delayed 10K. That's in Barron's. It's official. Stock is surging 52.72, up $7. Hi, Mitch, says Robert. Walter Young is waving. Hello. Way to go. Thank you for joining us today, Mitch. You're among fine company around here. Charlie, welcome, Mitch. Indeed. Thank you all for joining us here. We are trying to stay on top of this market here with the finally released financials from Super Micro Computer. Trying to say that real fast, time and time again. Thank you, everybody, for becoming members of this channel, joining us, hanging out with us. We're just trying to help you make money in this market. It's nothing personal. I just want you to get richer, a lot richer. Thank you for the 113 plus thumbs ups, everybody. Appreciate that. Charlie is saying, welcome, Mitch, to the program. Thank you all. 114 thumbs ups now are in. Let's go one more time. Take one more look here. SMCI 5214, it looks like now, up about 660 or so, give or take. And everyone is saying hello to everybody here. Charlie, Wayne Commander, I'm number 115 on your thumbs up today, Bruce. Thank you. 5206 now on Super Micro, 11.2 million traded. It exploded a little while ago, much higher, 5241, rocking and rolling. Good to see it doing this. Great. The financials are out. Fantastic looking financials. And looks like at the end of the March will be the release of the next quarter. That'll come out in April, I'm sure. These guys are selling more product. There you go. Making more money and more profits per share. 52.19 last trade on Super Micro. There you go. There's the story. And I'm sticking to it. Yay! Giddy up. Okay. What else? Wing Commander, there you go. Dropped into thumb Uncle Bruce. Thank you, Wing Commander. Ostergaard, welcome, Mitch.
Hey, Wing Commander.
And Mikey44 is in the house. Looks like it's going to be a good one. There we go. Thank you, Mikey44. Kids, thank you for joining me today and hanging out with me twice today. This show was unexpected, but drastic measures calls for drastic actions.
Wing Commander, go to bed.
Wing Commander, go to bed, says Auntie Jen. Go to bed. Brian, AMC up 4% as well. There you go. Let's see how the markets react tomorrow. It's got to be a positive vibe. If SMCI is giving off a positive vibe, Workday gave a positive vibe, we may have an up market tomorrow. We'll find out how it works out. Brian says, thanks, Uncle Bruce. SMCI also thanks you. There you go. Giddy up, kids. Have a great rest of your session tonight. Get some rest. We'll get this party started tomorrow morning. We'll see what's going on. Rocket Lab is up a nickel. We're unchanged on SoFi, up a penny on GameStop tonight. And we'll see what happens tomorrow morning. Microsoft is up. Apple down $1, but Alphabet is higher. Amazon is higher. NVIDIA is up. Meta is up. Supermicro up 637, looking good. And we got AI up 12 cents, Palantir up 75, MicroStrategy up 450, Unity is higher, Goldman is up $5. We got a green wave tonight, a little bit of a green move. We'll see if this carries into the morning tomorrow, and we'll follow it all. Okay, it's a date tomorrow, 8 o'clock for Gold Bagel members, which includes Mitch, who's joined us. Mitch will be here, I hope, at first thing tomorrow morning. 8 o'clock, Mitch. You're a new member, Gold Bagel member. Join me at 8 o'clock for the update show for Gold Bagel members. 8:30 for everybody else. We'll be here at 8:30 after that. And then tomorrow night, 7 o'clock Eastern time, Mitch and the Gold Bagel members will be with me tomorrow night. 7 o'clock Eastern. Thank you, everybody. Haustergaard, good night, Bruce, and everyone. Going to head to bed. It's 2300 hours here in Denmark. I got a class at 9 o'clock tomorrow, man. I got to get some sleep. You're killing me, man.
Taking or teaching?
He's teaching. He's taking. He's a student. He's a student. All right, kids, have a good one. Jen and I are saying goodbye in 3, 2, 1. Bye.
Bye.